Hi everyone, it's Amy. The voice is slowly coming back. As you can hear, I still have that kind of gravelly Kathleen Turner thing going on. So today I'm going to give you the answers for the Module 7 test, including the two diagrams, and I will post the answers to those. So I'm going to give you the answers to the 20 true or false questions, and then I am going to give you the questions for Module 8, which was on interpersonal relationships. Again, it is a good idea to go back and review these videos to not just see what you missed and why you missed some of these questions, but to reinforce the information itself. All right? So first, I'm going to give you the answers to Module 7, which was on healthy sexuality. A lot of people have asked me, why is it important that we know our parts and the parts of the opposite sex? First of all, there is the basic idea of being a well-informed human being, knowing about the world around you, the world you live in, who you are, who other people are, and not walking around ignorant. There are also certain health issues that are associated with your parts, and it's never a bad idea to know about those parts, whether it is for your health, your partner's health, a family member's health, a friend's health. But basically to have some idea of who we are and why we are the way that we are. A lot of the things about our bodies are pretty damn amazing. And that's an exciting thing to know. The other thing is in particular when you're talking about healthy sexuality and sexual assault and abuse, the idea of making another human being more real by understanding that they are not just a device for your pleasure, but that they are a human being made up of the same parts that you have, or maybe it's the opposite sex. But understanding that this is a real human being, that sensitivity, developing some empathy, it's all part of what this program is trying to teach. So, okay. So let's start with the 20 true and false. And then, like I said, I will post the diagrams of the male and female anatomy. All right. Number 1, erections in human males result in part from a bone that protrudes into the penis. That is false. You would not believe how many people believe that to be true. No, there is not a bone in the penis. The reason a penis it becomes hard is because of the increased blood flow to the penis. There's no bone there. It's not why we call it a boner, folks. All right. Number 2, sexual relationships should never be coercive or exploitative. True. Number 3, gender identity is how I behave as a man or a woman. False. No, that is a gender role, is how you behave. Gender identity is how you see yourself. Number 4, removal of the foreskin of the penis is called castration. False. It is called circumcision. Number 5, the sac that encloses the testicles is called the scrotum. That is true. Number 6, the cord that transports sperm from the testes to be mixed with semen is called the epididymis. That is false. It is called the vas deferens. Number 7, sperm have a life expectancy in the female reproductive tract of 48 hours. That is false. Sperm have a life expectancy of 72 hours in the female reproductive tract. Number 8, testosterone is the hormone responsible for male and female sex drive. That is true. Women do have testosterone, just in a smaller degree. Number 9, the name for the external female genitalia is the vagina. No, false. It is called the vulva. All right. And for you Seinfeld fans, vulva. All right. Number 10, menstrual discharge consists of shredded uterine tissue, blood, and cervical mucus. That is true. Number 11, after vasectomy, a man can reach orgasm but does not ejaculate. That is not true. That is false. A man does still ejaculate, but that ejaculate no longer contains sperm. Number 12, a female can get pregnant as soon as she starts having menstrual periods. This is true. So this means girls as young as 10 years old or younger, if they get their menstrual cycle earlier than that, but even if they still perhaps look like children, if they have their menstrual cycle, they are capable of getting pregnant. All right, number 13, the major cause of AIDS is homosexuality. False. And again, you would not believe how many inmates I had who still believed that to be true. But the major cause of AIDS is HIV. It is the human immunodeficiency virus. Okay. Number 14, gonorrhea is the most common type of sexually transmitted disease in the United States. That is false. The most common sexually transmitted disease in the United States is chlamydia. All right. Number 15, besides AIDS, another incurable transmitted disease is syphilis. That is false. Syphilis is a bacterial sexually transmitted disease, therefore it can be treated with antibiotics, but it is herpes that, like AIDS, is viral and cannot be cured. Herpes can be somewhat treated with things like Valtrex and other antiviral medications. However, even if you are taking something like a Valtrex and you have no outbreaks, it does not mean that you are still not shedding cells that can be passed on to a partner. You can still pass on herpes to someone, even if you have no symptoms, no outbreaks. All right. Number 16, herpes is a curable sexually transmitted disease. That is false. Like I just said, it is not curable. Number 17, gender is not learned. It is determined at conception. This is false. Gender is learned. There is a lot of argument about this, but the truth is what you are taught about how you should behave is often learned. Little girls, in my day anyway, were handed toys like dolls and vacuum cleaners and strollers and baby dolls, and we were supposed to grow up to be homemakers and mommies. And little boys were given trucks and G.I. Joes and army men, and you were supposed to be tough and strong. That's learned behavior. And gender roles and gender identity these are things that are not a part of your DNA. All right. So, number 18, alcohol is a central nervous system enhancer that heightens sexual performance. This is false. Alcohol is a central nervous system depressant. And although it is a disinhibitor in that it will lower your inhibitions and it may make you act more sexually because you don't have the same inhibitions, as far as performance goes, performance can be greatly diminished by the use of alcohol because it is depressant. Okay? Number 19, oral herpes can be transmitted to another person by oral genital sexual relations. That is true. If you have an outbreak of oral herpes and you engage in oral sex, you can pass on that herpes to someone on their genitals, and it will technically not be a genital herpes, but it is still a herpes that you've passed on and is equally incurable. Okay, number 20. If a man does not ejaculate in a woman's vagina during intercourse, it is impossible for her to get pregnant. False. And how many times and for how many generations have men and women been taught this and believed that if you just pull out, it's okay? But the truth is there is semen in pre-ejaculate, and sperm can be released in pre-ejaculate or during any time during intercourse. All it takes is one, folks, to get somebody pregnant. All right, so I'm going to post the answers to the female and male anatomy questions, and with that, I'm going to give you the questions for module 8, which is on interpersonal relationships. As usual, there are 10 multiple choice, and there are 10 true or false. All right. Interpersonal relationships. First, the 10 true or false. Number 1, human beings experience a need for belonging and love. Number 2, boundaries are necessary links that define relationships. Number 3, a relationship can be a substitute for personal identity. Number 4, intimacy is the act of sharing feelings that promote closeness or bonding. Number 5, love will produce self-esteem. Number 6, healthy relationships will last forever. Number 7, undefined and inconsistent boundaries with family help individuals learn to differentiate and respect the rights of others and of self. Number 8, assertive communication involves clearly stating your opinion. Number 9, the advantage of passive communication is that you may never have to challenge your fear of being rejected. Number 10, assertive communication is a skill that can be learned. All right, numbers 11 through 20 will be multiple choice. Number 11, people do not listen when they are A, preoccupied, jump to conclusions, and ego. B, distracted by the speaker, overloaded with information, and because of noise. C, A and B. D, B only. Number 12, which of the following is a necessary skill for effective communication? A, avoid eye contact. B, pretend to listen. C, express empathy. Or D, all of the above. Number 13, what are the 3 styles of communication? A, passive, aggressive, and assertive. B, open, closed, and vented. C, loud, angry, and obnoxious. Or D, none of the above. Number 14, a guideline important for building and maintaining a healthy relationship is A, do not attempt to possess or control. B, be a friend. C, be a good listener. D, all of the above. 15. Of the following, which element is important for assertive communication? A, your perspective on the situation and your feelings. B, your wants or preferences. C, none of the above. D, A and B. Number 16. Of the following, which is not a characteristic of a healthy relationship? A, passion. B, attraction. C, intimacy. Or D, commitment. Number 17. Communication is A, being receptive to listening. B, understanding. C, appreciating. D, all of the above. Number 18, an important listening skill is to A, talk less and listen more. B, talk a lot. C, maintain silence. Or D, all of the above. Number 19, assertive communicators speak in A, loud, obnoxious tone. B, quiet tone. C, calm, clear tone. Or D, pushy, demanding tone. Number 20, commitment is the conscious decision to love and maintain the relationship. B, the motivation that fuels romance, attraction, and desire. C, sharing feelings. Or D, none of the above. All right, on the next video, I will have answers to Module 8, and then I'll have the questions for Module 9. For those of you who celebrate the upcoming Christmas holiday, I'd like to wish you all a wonderful holiday. Until I see you next time, please subscribe to this channel. Please feel free to communicate with me through this channel or through Facebook, through Instagram, or through Twitter. And please share these videos with someone, anyone who you think they can help. And until next time, be well.